What's up, guys? Happy Monday. I don't have my tripod, so sorry if this video is a little shaky, but I am going to just drop you a little bit of a Monday message here. I wanted to share something that I heard from Michael Beckwith this Sunday at his Agape service. If you haven't checked out Reverend Michael Beckwith, you're going to want to go do that. You can go to agapelive.com. He is just an amazing individual who has inspired so much of my practice. So he was sharing in his service this Sunday this idea. He was talking about our mind and managing our mind, and how, the times that we live in are really requiring that we show up with some effort and some discipline and some fire to our spiritual practices. And he said this statement, and maybe it's just the state of existence that I was in that moment. I had a really rough week last week, and I was mentally spinning out and just feeling not enough. I don't do enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, there isn't enough. Blah. So he was talking about the friction from fiction. The friction from fiction. My mind was making up all these stories and spinning out with these stories. Stories of my past, stories of the present moment, and stories of the future. And there was so much friction in me that I just hit a wall. And it took me a couple of days to pick myself up and put myself back together, because I got so spun out and tossed around in the friction that was coming from the fiction in my mind. Now, for me, it's really hard to talk about these things, because I feel like when we do that, we just sort of invalidate our experiences, and we invalidate our perceptions and what we are going through in our process and in our journey. So, ask yourself, is it true? Has this happened yet? How do I know it'll happen? Am I really going through this, or am I just making up a story right now? While at the same time, validating whatever it is that you're experiencing in the moment. Yes, I was going through a difficult time. Yes, my life is overwhelming. Yes, I have too much on my plate. Yes, all those things are true. Yes, I need to practice more. Yes, it's all true. And yes, it's true that I can get through this. Yes, it is difficult, and it's true that I can do difficult things. And yes, it can be hard, and I can still get through it. And yes, I can honor the validity and the reality of my difficulties, and at the same time not spin out in the stories, in the fiction of my mind that leaves me in a place of such friction that I just can't function. So just check in with yourself. Is there friction that you're experiencing from the fiction in your mind? Check in with those stories that you are telling yourself, and are they on repeat? Mine are. I'm pretty sure you're in the same boat, because we're both having a human experience, and we are creatures of habit and repetitive nature. So check the stories. Ask yourself, is this true? Has it happened? What would it be like if I stopped exploring possibilities that haven't happened yet and just got in the present moment? Instead of circling around all the stories, all the fiction, can I just circle around what is true right now in this moment for me? And can I be at peace with that in this moment? And can I just step out of the story so the friction can settle, and there's a little bit of calm, and I'm able to walk through whatever I'm going through. So I hope that you're having an amazing Monday, and I hope that this brought a little bit of awareness into your orbit so that you can navigate that storytelling mind of yours that is always making things up. Just check it out. Check in, right? I promise you will be amazed. And if you do this practice long enough, you'll start to laugh at the ridiculous stories that your mind makes up. And the ones that you don't laugh at are the ones that got you hooked in. So, just check in, be aware, and check in with the friction in your life. Is it coming from your own fiction? Be honest with yourself. All right, my friends, I love you to pieces. I miss you all, and I am just sending so much love and support to you during these times of great challenge. But as my mentor says, in the field of chaos is where great leaders are born. So please rise to the occasion and find that inner leader within you. And don't miss the opportunities that are arising in the field of chaos, leadership or not. There are so many, someone else said, don't ever waste a good crisis, meaning there's always opportunities and lessons and things, jewels and gems that we can get. So yeah, check in with the friction. Is it coming from your own fiction? And there might be more friction because we're just living in really stressful times. So just check in with all of it. Have a good sit with yourself. All right? I love you. Peace and blessings. Stay upful and bright. Keep shining that light. And until I see you next Monday, namaste. Peace and blessings, my friends.